Do you have questions concerning planning a Disney trip? Ask them live on the show or submit them on our website at patmdisneytravel.wixsite.com/planning.
Man, I feel like I should be impressed that I was like 43 seconds into the starting soon screen and I had a spammer jump on the Twitch and asked me to add them to my Discord. So, probably not, but hey. No, welcome to another Monday night, another DPI Live, another pre-show fun section. Like I said, these get chopped off. I don't even record these, which is kind of crazy. Once I go into the actual starting soon music, that's when it records. So these are just kind of off the cuff, just kind of fun things that we do each week. Conversations about things that are coming, things that have happened, that kind of stuff. So really, this week, the big thing that's coming is we've kind of starting to nail down some of the details on what the Lorcana segment is going to be like. The Lorcana segment is going to be called the Pack Rush Sessions. And we're going to be talking about like 15 to 20 minute conversations about people in and around the Lorcana community. People that I've reached out to are, really top end local players. I've reached out to some people on the Lorcana team. I've reached out to some of the casters that have been part of the events that you guys have watched on the Lorcana streams. I've reached out to a number of different people. I don't know how many of them are going to respond. This is something that is 100% a startup, but you always have to start from kind of zero on these things. So I have, zero Lorcana street cred or very little Lorcana street cred. So some of the people I'm reaching out to are like, who the hell is this guy? But, depending on what kind of responses I get, I may start out a little bit more locally here in the Indianapolis area, the Indianapolis scene. We've got Gen Con coming up, so a little bit of that. We're going to be in events over there. So just some of that stuff, and maybe expand it from there and see who I can catch while I'm at the convention center for those events. So, but yeah, we'll see. Also, another great week on the subscriber side. I always want to thank you guys here and then on the actual stream, because your support means the world to me, and I wouldn't be doing this if you guys didn't show up and watch the streams and watch the videos and all that kind of stuff. So we do have a lot of new videos up on the streams or up on the YouTube channel, so if you haven't been over there in a while, go over there and check it out. Our trip at the end of May, early June of this year, we took video of a lot of the new shows that are happening. So Unfairly Ever After, the Villain show, the new Little Mermaid show, that kind of stuff, all have videos up on the channel now. So you should go over and check those out as well. But as for the show, we've got 7 big topics tonight, so it could be a little bit of a longer show. I don't know. And then we've got a box opening. It's sitting right here. So we'll check that out as well. So, yeah, we've got a lot going on. So, thanks for joining us tonight. This is the DPI Podcast. Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Matt with the DPI podcast. Hope you're having a wonderful evening if you're, on the East Coast in the States. Love to see everybody jumping on. Hannah Joey Zero, thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Also, Henny A, thank you for the follow over on Twitch as well tonight. A couple of people asking me to check out some of their stuff, join them on Discord, that kind of stuff. Thank you guys for the follows. Definitely stay around and check out the stream if you are a Disney fan. We have a lot of fun here. This is kind of a slow show tonight. We've got 7 topics we're going to go over, and no guests that I know of. We'll see if anybody sends me a text message or anything like that to jump on. But we'll get there when we get there. When it comes to new followers, we do have quite a few new followers. I want to say thank you to all of our new followers and subscribers. So Maria, Fernanda, Badila, Jamie, thank you. Jay Crane, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. Zay Skis, thank you for subscription over on YouTube. Pezlib, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. Natalie Laura, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. And Paul Barber, today, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. And I talked about Henny E and Hannah Joey. Thank you very much for the follows over on Twitch. Again, I appreciate all you guys jumping on, checking this out. We do have a great follower base, especially on the video side of our YouTube channel. Not necessarily the live side, but the live side is our continuous momentum that we continue to generate week by week. So I want to thank you guys all for joining us this week and checking us out. If you stay up to date on Disney stuff, you're going to know a lot of the things that I'm talking about. If you don't, a lot of this is going to be a surprise for you. So let's get into the news. Like I said in the soft open, we've got 7 talking points, and we're also going to have some fun with a little bit of a box opening, something I got in the mail. I don't know exactly what's in it, but we're going to check it out and see what's going on with that. So first topic I want to get to is a little bit of Lorcana. Lorcana last week was a big week. We've been waiting as a community for the new events to be ready to go. And, they gave us, the events at the World Championships at the end of June, gave us kind of the timeline for getting tickets to the first couple of events, which were going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin here in the States for the North America side, and then Bologna for the European side. Both sets of tickets went on sale on Wednesday, and Bologna went well. From everything that I've heard, Bologna was relatively smooth. Did everybody get tickets that wanted tickets? No. But the buying experience was relatively smooth. Milwaukee was a straight S show. And this is probably 85% on Pastimes, but without knowing that conversation and knowing actually what happened, because we still don't know. It's just speculation. But really what happened was from a participant experience, an hour before tickets were supposed to go on sale, people were saying they were able to buy tickets. So Pastimes takes down the actual link for the event. Shortly before the event is supposed to go on sale, the site is changed, and there's a link put out on the Lorcana Discord page, nowhere else, and it goes on sale on the Lorcana on the secondary site that you had to access through the Lorcana Discord page. It was a nightmare. People went ballistic. the response at the very beginning of it was super soft. It was more of a, things didn't go as planned, but you guys probably weren't going to get tickets anyway, so, we're sorry, and don't be mad at us. We're trying our best. That is a super soft response, and to me that was more of a, maybe we can wish this away, and the next one's better. So, hey, what's going on, Jake? Good to see you, man. It was really hard to kind of watch the events play out, because you saw the anger in the community, and then the response from the company was so soft and didn't really give you any answers. And then all of a sudden, not that day, not the next day, but basically the end of the next day, they put out some just random thing on Discord through the Pastimes representative that, hey, we've got about 300 tickets, and we're going to just, at some point, just throw them out there and you guys can fight over them. Yeah, so, and it's exactly what Jake's saying. Jake jumps on. Jake Yardis, one of our local players here in Indianapolis. What's worse was exactly what happened last year at the same time. It's like they didn't learn from their mistakes at all. 100%. And when you don't take responsibility for them, you're going to keep making them. And that's one of those things, what Greg Tito comes out and says, hey, we had all these conversations and everything like that. Greg, you need to be the one that's like secondary on that go button. The person, Mia from Pastimes, needs to be calling you and have you on Zoom and say, okay, are we ready? Are we going now? You want me to hit the button now? Okay, I'm going to hit the button now, right? And somebody from Lorcana has to be in that room saying, yeah, hit the button now. Because right now there is no trust. No trust with the community, and there can't be trust between Ravensburger and Pastimes right now. So it almost has to be a hand-holding session until they can get this right before they can move on and say, okay, yeah, we can figure this out. We got it. We're good. Yeah. No, but they aren't, and that's the problem right now. So yeah. But like I said, Bologna went fine. So whoever was the TO over there, the organizer over there, they did well. I didn't have it on my list. No, I do. Okay, I'll get to it. It's the last thing. So we're going to start with Lorcana. We're going to end with Lorcana. Okay, next thing. Disney Starlight. Disney Starlight's the new nighttime parade at the Magic Kingdom. Soft opened on Friday. So Friday night, they ran the 9 p.m. show. Saturday night, they ran the 9 p.m. and the 11 p.m. show. Last night was the opening date for Disney Starlight. There were people on Main Street at 3:30 yesterday afternoon for the 9 p.m. parade. They know that this is going to be popular. They blocked annual pass holders, and they put in a new reservation policy that annual pass holders have to have a reservation for Magic Kingdom if they're going to come there after 2 p.m. It's 100% for Magic Kingdom. They say for any park, but it's 100% for Magic Kingdom. So, yeah, they have to have a park reservation. So, what is it? So, Disney Starlight is supposed to be the upgraded Main Street Electrical Light Parade. And it's that. From a technology standpoint, it is a very upgraded and updated Main Street Electric Light Parade. The floats are unbelievable. Absolutely spectacular. Definitely go and check out the floats. I can't even imagine what they look like in person because they were unreal through cameras. And everything looks better in person at Disney because they light it so strongly that it's really hard to capture well. So, I can't wait to see it. The parade as a whole, and in my head I just made this connection. It seems like the last few night shows that Disney has put together for the Florida parks. It seems like Harmonious and Luminous and Enchantment, that it's a bunch of IP that they think is popular, no good way to connect it, and hopefully we can hit the nostalgia at the end and bring it home. And that's 100% what it is. These are unbelievable floats with a mediocre soundtrack, nothing between them, and then the last float is absolutely unbelievable. The music hits the feels, and you're like, yeah, that was pretty good. But it was pretty good because the last float made up for everything else in that parade. So it's a weird feeling. It's weird to think that, you know, and I guess it shouldn't be weird to think that it's just kind of following the same game plan. IP. Nothing that connects them. Hopefully we can get a song that kind of works between all the IP songs that we're going to throw in here. And then maybe we can hit a Reflections of Earth or a Main Street Electrical Light Parade tune at the end and make it all work. But yeah, so summer, if you're going down there this summer, the Starlight Parade is going to be on Main Street at 9 and 11 p.m. Fireworks are going to be at 10. I would say if you have the ability to stay for the 11 p.m. one, do it, because everybody's lining up for the 9 p.m. one really stupid early. Get a good spot for fireworks, and after the fireworks, just hang out in the hub and watch the parade there. Just be on the Tomorrowland side of the hub, and you're in good shape. So, yeah. D23 box. Let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, I'm going to go to a different scene here. Hopefully everything works. Yeah, if you want to see what's on the show, that's what we got on the show today. But we're going to D23 box it. We got something from D23. I don't know what. I said I wasn't going to renew this year, and then forgot to take my stuff off the page, and this is kind of what shows up. So got some tissue paper here, and we've got a membership kit. Membership. Alright. So, opens this way. Let's try not to butcher it. Okay. So the first thing we have is, I'm going to hold this upside down so you guys can see what it is. A D23 membership savings passport. Best year to renew for pass holders. Why do you say that, Jake? So let's see what we've got in here. 30% off. There's just a lot of tickets to for discounts at a lot of different places. D23 official fan club, $25 off any D23 event. That's kind of cool. $500 off a DVC membership. Uh-oh, watch out. Shan's getting excited for DVC. We got the JW Marriott putting something in here. What do we got? 10% off a room, 23% off of parking at the JW. Love Pop, Marvel, Paddlefish, Parkside Market, Ravensburger. 25% off your online purchase of Ravensburger jigsaw puzzles and games. That's not terrible. American Kitchen, Splitsville, Sunglass Hut. So yeah, that's a pretty stout little savings package there. We're going to put that guy over here. Let's see what else we got in here. We have the official gold member pin. We've got Stitch. to Stitch pin. Show that off to the fam, even though she wasn't looking at it. But we got a Stitch pin. We got our membership card, which is Stitch as well. We've got the Iago card, which is pretty cool. There's another card on the back there. It's a gateway advertisement on that. Yeah, the coupon book has a ton of stuff for the parks, which is pretty cool. Our letter, our certificate, our gold member magnet, which is Goofy and Max this year, which is cool. Pull this guy out of here. Yeah. So we got some Goofy and Max action. Those guys back down in here. We kind of went overboard on the little filler stuff there. And then our gold member thing this year was the Spirit Jersey. So we went with the Fantasia Mickey Spirit Jersey, D23 gold member. Get that in there like that. Nice. Yeah. Pretty solid. Pretty good weight on the Spirit Jersey. It's about one of the normal weight Spirit jerseys, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, so you got that, and that, and that, that, and your savings book, plus the Spirit Jersey. And the Spirit Jersey was one of the 4 things that you could pick for the gold member package. Yeah, Jake. So Lorcana promos being in Ravensburger puzzles. So yes. So Ravensburger is releasing 2 Lorcana art puzzles that are going to have promo cards in them. And I believe they are the Mickey promo card that was in the Costco package. Kind of promo cards. See if I can find them. Lorcana artwork puzzles coming in fall of 2025. So I actually saw a post, and I don't know where it is. I saw a post where they actually had the artwork and the promo cards. So I will try and find that, because I know that I saw it somewhere. I just don't know. I don't remember where it was, honestly. Let's go back up here. Matt with lower. You don't need to be looking at my table anymore. Okay. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is going to have a meet and greet. So the new Fantastic Four, the First Steps movie, opens this weekend, and you're going to be able to meet all 4 characters at Disneyland starting on the 25th. So Disneyland does a lot of these promos, especially, I say especially on the Marvel side, but they really do it kind of all over the place. And they bring in these characters and they have them ready to go on movie releases, special things like that. So you're going to be able to meet all 4 of the Fantastic Four plus the robot starting on July 25th. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Disneyland ride point of views. So for the 70th anniversary, Disneyland released a bunch, I think it was 16 or 17 ride point of views and land walkthroughs that are really, really well done, either after hours or before hours. Everything from like the Incredicoaster to Pirates, that kind of stuff. It's done really well. They did a good job on it. It is kind of scary to think that they can do that, but they haven't ever done anything like that before. And as somebody that really takes pride in doing really good ride videos, it's scary to see how good theirs are. It's just not fair for them, to have that kind of ability to do, single cars and mounting their equipment and that kind of stuff. It's just, and they're not just like straight on shots. You think, that they would mount the equipment, they'd have one person in there to make sure that it doesn't malfunction and just kind of let it go. But it's moving around, it's seeing scenery, it's looking at scenery. They are really well done. So if there's something that you miss seeing, Jake, if you want to see ride point of views for Disney World, go to my channel. Come on, you're killing me. Yeah, if they do it at Disney World, I'm going to start crying because they are really, really well done. They're really well done. So definitely, if you like that kind of stuff, go check them out. They're on Disney Plus. Which is also really cool. So you can just go on Disney Plus and just put it up on your big screen and, walk through Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and walk through Main Street USA and just kind of relive that stuff if you've ever done it. So don't be telling people to go off the channel. Come on, you're killing me. So number 6 here. So we're through the first 5. Number 6. Number 6 is an interesting one. Number 6. There is talk that ESPN is dropping F1 at the end of the year. And you would say, why would you drop a global sporting event like F1? And I think this really has more to do with Disney announcing their partnership with F1 starting in 2026. And what is Disney's partnership going to entail? Well, there aren't a lot of details about it yet. But for them to get out of the broadcasting space for F1, it means that they probably are going to have a large stake in one or multiple teams. You would not want a team to have the rights to all of the broadcasts, all of the camera views, all of the in-car cams, all that kind of stuff, because of the information and data they'd be able to extract from that stuff. Now, do the other teams have access to this? Yes, but not in kind of the uncut fashion that an ESPN would have, because they would have more than just what was shown on screen. They would have the capacity to record every in-car cam and watch the winning driver, how they drove a circuit every time. So, to me, this signals that here soon we're probably going to hear about where the Disney money is going. And I've got 2 relatively good guesses here. The first one's going to be Cadillac. I think GM and Disney have a huge relationship right now. And Cadillac as an F1 team does not happen without Disney money, I don't think. And I think that's one thing that you're going to see is Disney as a big backer, whether they're on the car or not, of the Cadillac F1 team. The other one is Porsche. Porsche is an interesting one because of them being a relatively new team and coming back to the sport. I don't know that they would need Disney money, but Porsche is going to have a large Middle Eastern backing, which most of the European teams have. And what's happening in the Middle East in the next 10 years? Well, there's a huge Disney park. Speculated to be close to $10 billion worth of Disney park going into the Middle East. So that could be another team that you could see some Disney ties to as well. We'll see. I think there's a lot to listen for as we get further into the F1 season on this. We're going to get Cadillac drivers here soon. And then, like I said, I really think it's on the Cadillac team. And we talked about this as soon as we saw the announcement that the Disney brand likes racing and likes having their hands in racing. They've done it in IndyCar before. They've done it in NASCAR. They're going to do it in F1. They have the ability to do it in F1 now with a GM team. Let's see how much they put their hands into this and how much of their money is going into this as well. So, all right. Last thing I have, another Lorcana thing, and it's basically something that came across today, and it was the Gen Con Lorcana announcements. So, Lorcana was basically launched at Gen Con 3 years ago. And from there, it's kind of had this mystique around Gen Con. Well, Ravensburger announced yesterday that they were going to be a co-title sponsor for Gen Con 2025. It gives them additional space. It gives them their name on the billboard, all that kind of stuff. And this was a relatively late announcement. With that announcement, today came what they're going to do with that additional space. And they are going to run 4 different second anniversary set packages at that additional space. And you can go on TwitX right now, and it's kind of everybody's seen it now, and they're posting it. But a lot of it is like a trove and a playmat, or a special one of the gift sets and a playmat and your card sleeves and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of those types of packages. Let me get back up to it. I shared it with our group here. Get up here. So on Thursday, it's going to be a Rise of the Floodborn Trove. It's going to be a Rise of the Floodborn starter deck, Rise of the Floodborn card sleeves, a surprise promo card, which we'll get to, and that's going to be for $77. On Friday, it's going to be the Into the Inklands gift set, a Mickey Mouse Steamboat Pilot playmat, and then the surprise promo card. On Saturday, it's going to be a first chapter Trove. Good luck on Saturday for all you guys there. A Stitch Little Rocket playmat. If you saw the stream a little earlier, that's the one I have down on my table right now. And the surprise promo card. And on Sunday, it's going to be a first chapter gift set, a How Far I'll Go playmat, and a surprise promo card. So Thursday, $77, Friday, $50, Saturday, $70, Sunday, $50. Okay? On top of that, the promo card is going to be a Goofy Emerald Champion promo card, which will be found in booth 2001 and included with sales. The promo card is a quick look into the future of Lorcana, which will be part of the Q4 2025 release of Disney Lorcana Set 10, Whispers in the Well. So it's going to be a Set 10 promo card at Gen Con this year. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll have any ability to get out there and check that out, but we will see if we can get our hands on something like that. All right, let me get over here. No, not you. Over here. Let me see if I saw anything else that is... laughingplace.com. Based on attendance reports and estimates, Disneyland Resort is likely to have welcomed its 1 billionth guest earlier this year. 70 years, 1 billion guests. That's not bad numbers for an amusement park. It's amazing. So, if you're going to see the Fantastic Four this weekend, you're going to get a special first look at Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is going to be released later this year. That's pretty cool. All right, and that's that. Fantastic Four. Disney World has shared an official POV of Disney's Starlight Dream the Night Away at Magic Kingdom. Drew Smith posted it over on his TwitX account. I have reposted it on the DPI podcast account now, at Disney Insights, if you don't know where to find that. And as always, if you want to know the latest in Disney news, definitely go over there, because I post a lot of that. So, and then for all of you that are upset with PlayHub that you can't see what events that you're currently enrolled in, A, you should probably know that, and B, I'm happy to confirm RPH, so Ravensburger PlayHub _Chris. I'm happy to confirm that the My Events feature is coming out in our next release. We have been thoroughly testing it with the community feedback, and it's ready to launch. We will likely have it out next week. Also, release will include other quality of life improvements too. This was on July 17th, so maybe sometime this week we get a new PlayHub that you can actually see what events you're enrolled in. So, all right. Well, that's it. Jake, #1 fan today. Thanks for all the conversation. If you're on during the live stream and you chat, and you can kind of see those crowns now, that shows who was the #1 fan for the night, the #1 chatter, the #1 a like getter, all that kind of stuff. Engagement driver. We'll go with that. You can check all that stuff out. Be on the lookout for the new segment. September, everything's going to kind of roll out. The Lorcana segment, the Pack Rush Sessions, is going to probably debut in August, just so we can do a recap of Set Champs and like a preview into Fabled. So we'll probably do something in August with that. But everything else, so we're going to bring back kind of the family show, but we're just going to do it as a segment instead of a full show this year. We're going to bring back the top 3. It's going to be a little bit different format. We're going to have some different people jumping on and doing the top 3, so it's not going to be as cohesive and hive-minded as it seemed to be with Peter, with Princesses of the Mouse Disney Travel, but we'll figure that out. And then the Disney Deep Dive, we're going to be working on that a little bit more as well, and just kind of getting you all of the information of your favorite rides, restaurants, and resort hotels on Disney property. So until then, you guys all have a wonderful Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, whatever day it is when you're watching this. And thank you for stopping by and checking it out and getting up to speed with everything that's happening around Disney. I will talk to you on next Monday, and until then, you guys have a wonderful week. Bye now. Again, we didn't have any guests, but that is going to change here really soon. Be on the lookout for the new segments coming in the next few months, and we're going to have a lot of fun with some new people and new faces on the show. If you're looking for our social media accounts, you can find them all over the place. Easy to find over on Facebook at DPI Podcast. That's going to be the show page. That's where you're going to see a lot of the information pertaining to what's going on around the parks and our channels. Over on Disney, on Twitter, X, you're going to find us at Disney Insights. That's going to be kind of our conversation piece where we talk to a lot of different people on I want to thank everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, following, everything that you do to support the channel. We appreciate it very much. You guys have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you